I feel so alive. I don't want to change it. It's been so amazing, so alive. I feel so alive. So alive. So alive. So we're drifting through these streets like it's nowhere. We need to be like it's only you and me. Well, everything is changing. Everything is changing. I feel so alive. I don't want to change it. It's been so amazing, so alive. I feel so alive. I don't want to change it. It's been so amazing, so alive. So alive. I feel so alive. So alive. So alive.
If that wasn't the cutest thing I've seen all day.
My little heart.
Welcome back to NärCon Sommar in Linköping, Sweden. Thank you. As you know, soon on this very stage, we are going to see the best of the best that the Nordics and some of the rest of Europe has to offer in ways of cosplay. And we are going to decide the winners of the Nordic Cosplay Championship of 2018.
My name is Mia,
And my name is Olivia.
and we will be your hosts guiding you through this evening.
And the Nordic Cosplay Championship is more or less exactly what it sounds like. It's the best of Nordic cosplayers coming together in an amazing show.
As always, we are joined by amazing teams from Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Iceland, and Finland. But this year, we have opened up the competition to rest of Northern Europe by inviting Latvia and Lithuania as observer nations. Can we get some applause for observer nations? Come on. Great. Some of you might ask, what is an observer nation? They're here for the first time trying to compete, filling out the competition as any other competitor would do. But they're not able to place in the top 3 this year. They will only be eligible for the Audience Choice Award this time around. But next year, when they come back, they can place just as any other competitor can. And furthermore, in 2019, Estonia will join the NCC family as another observer nation.
The Nordic Cosplay Championship was held for the first time 2012 and it has seen bigger and better productions ever since. It has worked with only the most passionate people towards one single goal, which is to create the best cosplay show ever.
The cosplayers have been in prejudging all day yesterday, where the judges got a look of the costumes, where they could really go into details with the craft and everything. And this lies the foundation for one of the 3 categories they will be judged in tonight. The cosplayers are evaluated on these 3 categories.
Craftsmanship, in which they can be ranked on a scale of 0 to 10. This category cracks down on visible craft, details, proportions, the fit of the costume, and the overall construction.
Then we have likeness, where a cosplayer ranks from 0 to 5 points. This category emphasizes the likeness the cosplayer has to the character, both through costume but also performance.
And the last category is performance, which we're going to see tonight, in which they can rank on a scale of 0 to 10. Has the performance got a story, and how well is the story acted out? How have they used things like sound? Do they have an assistant? Do they use it well? Are there any props or other visuals?
And speaking of judging, we of course need judges to judge a competition, and we would like to introduce you to them all. First up, we have a judge whose favorite techniques are 3D modeling, 3D plastic printing, leatherwork, and metalwork. He mainly, as tonight, cosplay from Square Enix Creations, but anything with a big sword will do. He has been a part of NCC as a contestant from Team Sweden. Please welcome Elias Nygren, also known as Elijah, the Coscraft Engineer.
Our second judge comes to us with an 11-year-long cosplay career. She was in last year's NCC, where she placed third, much thanks to some truly seamless costume changes. So please give it up for Aina Peltokoski, Rullarinkeli Cosplay.
Next up, we have another former contestant turned judge. This girl amazed us last year with a transformation no one saw coming and amazing prosthetics works. As a part of Team Denmark, she placed not only second, but also won the Audience Choice Award. Please give a warm welcome to Emilie Korsgaard Andreasen, behind Scarlet Costuming and SFX.
Our next judge started cosplaying in 2008, so she has a 10-year experience in this craft. She too is a returnee from last year's NCC, and the lack of conventional cosplay materials available in Iceland has led her to be very creative when she's making her costumes. So please give a warm welcome to Mimi Cosplay from Iceland.
Our next judge is actually an educated chef, but her passion for cosplay and SFX makeup led her on to be the path of a mask and hair design education on top of her chef credibility. She too has been in the NCC as a representative of Team Norway. Please give a warm welcome to Elisabeth Ehring, behind Betkanart Design.
And our last judge comes to us from Germany. He's a stuntman and a cosplay promoter, and he is known across the globe for achieving an amazing likeness to many different characters from different franchises and medias. Please give it up for Mal Cosplay.
So I think by now, so you know us. You know a little bit about the competition. Some of you know a little bit about all the teams, and we know about our amazing judges. So I think, like, on my list, we're soon ready. Like, yeah. Are you ready?
I think so. I think do I look good? Do I look nice?
Yeah, amazing, sweetie.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready. Yeah.
Let the Nordic Cosplay Championship of 2018 begin. First out, we have Laila, a film-loving accountant from Latvia, one of our 2 observer nations participating this year. One of the things she's looking forward to the most is to bring her country's name out into the world.
My name is Laila. I'm also known as Greedy Wolf. This is my stage name, and I will be representing Latvia for the first time. Oh, so exciting! I will be cosplaying tonight Sister Frida from Dark Souls 3. Sister Frida is a boss fight in the DLC, and I think she's one of the toughest boss fights. That's one of the reasons why I chose her. But honestly, the main reason was because I really wanted to make a character with a scythe. I loved the character. She's sort of stoic and a little bit grumpy sometimes, so I thought it fit me perfectly. One of the things that I really liked while making this was the scythe, and it was also my first project with Warbler. I had made some little accessories before that, but this is my first big project, so I was really excited, and I think it turned out well for my first time. It was a lot of painting and a lot of heat gun, and I think at some point I actually got high on the paint. I also really loved doing the embroidery. I did everything by hand, and I think the embroidery took me more time than the rest of the entire costume combined. So in my performance, I will be lip-syncing for my life. I would like to take the audience with me into the game, into the painted world where Sister Frida lives, and hopefully I can also intimidate and scare the audience a little bit.
The painting of Ariandel. Go on. Take it. Touch it.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel. I am Frida. Here, let this be a remembrance of this cold world. Now, return from whence thou camest. What troubles thee to linger yet? Leave us be, Ashen One. Return from whence thou camest.
I see flame. Flame fluttering once again.
Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good. As ashes will be, ever seeking fire.
Next up, we have another Norwegian contestant, Therese. This has been her dream cosplay for years, and she is really looking forward to finally performing for one of her favorite musicals.
My name is Therese. I represent Team Norway, and I will be cosplaying Glinda the Good Witch from Wicked the Musical. Glinda is a very fun character. She's very bubbly and sweet, but she's also really arrogant. The fact that she's faulty is why I like her. The thing I'm most proud of on my costume is the jewelry. The tiara, the necklace, and the wand. It's made from silver, which I had never worked with before, but I had a friend of mine who's a goldsmith teach me how to do it. A fun part of this costume is that I got to meet the actress who's currently portraying Glinda at West End in London. We waited at the stage door after the musical was finished, and when she came out, I had her sign one of my fabrics that I had brought with me. She kind of blessed my dress, so to speak. The main theme of the performance is Glinda's relationship to the Wicked Witch of the West. But I also want to show Glinda's dual personality, because she has this public persona which is very bubbly and bright and very over the top. But then she has her more private persona, which is a lot more subdued and quite fragile. And you will see that in her relationship to the Wicked Witch of the West.
Witch of the West is dead. Isn't it nice to know that good will conquer evil?
But Glinda, is it true that you were her friend?
Well, I did know her. But that was a long time ago. Elfie! The witch hunters are coming for you. You don't have to do this. I can explain everything to them. I'll tell them the wizard is the one to blame. Elfie. I have to learn how to use this. I have to try to be Glinda the Good.
One of the judges from the Nordic Cosplay Championship 2016 is back, but this time as a contestant. He says that what made him start cosplaying was to make his childhood dreams of becoming certain characters come true.
My name is Henrik Pilerud and I am part of Team Sweden, and I'm going to be Benny from the Lego Movie. I chose to make the Benny costume because, like a lot of people, I've grown up playing with Lego, and I've been thinking for quite a while that I wanted to make a Lego minifigure costume, but I hadn't decided exactly what. And then when the Lego Movie came out a few years ago and I saw this blue astronaut, I felt that's the one I'm gonna make. One of the details in the costume, and something I added for the Swedish championships, was making this walkie-talkie, and I thought this shouldn't be too hard, and it's kind of small, right? But when you end up with something like this, you realize maybe it wasn't very practical. So the construction of this costume is made from EVA foam mainly, like sleeping pads, covered with lycra stretch fabric. And I wanted to make it kind of like you do a proper mascot costume. I wanted to try to make it that way. So when I come out on stage, we will see Benny on a scientific mission on a moon where he's supposed to collect moon samples. But of course, he's dreaming of flying away into space, and we'll see how it goes.
Welcome to Moonbase Gamma 1, where spaceships arrive and take off every minute. A team of astronaut scientists are exploring the lunar surface, led by Captain Roger and Major Wendy. Among the astronauts, we find Ben, but you can call him Benny.
Roger, has Benny wandered off again?
Think so. He went that way.
I'm on the moon!
We're all on the moon, Benny.
I'm in space!
Sure, Benny. Let's get those moon rock samples we came here for.
Roger!
Roger? Rocks? I don't want rocks.
I want a spaceship! I want to be zooming around out there.
One of these days I just might... Whoa, look at that! A rock.
We all need to work together. Remember that we're a team.
Sure, Wendy. You know what to say about being a part of a team?
Everything is we're the same.
Hey, Benny, daydreaming a bit, are you? How about that rock sample?
What? Yeah, I'll bring it right over.
Oh, an unattended spaceship! Here you go. See ya. Spaceship, woohoo, spaceship! Space, here I come!
The first Finnish contestant of the evening, Alette, has had this costume on her bucket list for a long time, and when she suddenly came up with the idea for her performance in the middle of the night, she knew it was meant to be.
My name is Alette Koppe. I represent Team Finland, and I'll be cosplaying Tara Branford from the Final Fantasy game series. Tara is a character with magic abilities, and that's something that I've always loved in characters. Her character design is very ethereal and feminine, and that's what kind of caught my attention in the first place. The costume actually consists of quite a lot of different parts. One thing I did was I handmade all the beads for the jewelry, and I also did some iron-on flowers. And there's actually something that happened when I was ironing some of the flowers on. I accidentally left the iron board in the wall. I just noticed that something doesn't feel right, and I turned around and saw that the iron had fallen onto our table, which is the most expensive piece of furniture we have because it's a designer table that I got from my dad. It now has a huge brown burnt look in the middle of it. He doesn't know. The idea for the performance actually came to me one night when I couldn't sleep. It was about 2 a.m. in the morning, and I was just tossing around all these ideas for characters and performances in my head, and this character came to mind, and I thought that she has really cool magic abilities, so that would be something that would be really cool to portray on stage. But it's like not gonna be a magic show, so please don't expect me to pull a rabbit out of a hat or anything. It's just cosplay.
Tara Branford, captured for her magic abilities, enslaved and imprisoned by Kefka. Controlled by the crown on her head, her magic is used as a weapon, unable to think or speak for herself. But in the darkness and loneliness of her cell, a glimpse of hope awakens. This is my future.
Our next contestant, Jani, is no stranger to performing on stage, with both experience in film, cosplay music videos, and amateur theatre. Ever since his first cosplay, he has loved to entertain an audience through performances.
Hey, my name is Jani Laukkanen and I'll be representing Finland for Nordic Cosplay Championship finals. And my costume choice for the finals is Kilik from the video game Soul Calibur 5. What I like about Kilik is that he grows throughout the game series from student to mentor, and his character designs are very great that I like so much. And his main weapon he uses in the games is a bow jutsu stick, and I also have experience in using it in my previous cosplay performances. Most parts of the costumes are made with the combination of EVA foam, craft foam and Warbler. Different kind of armor parts are what I like to make, and this character design of Kilik has so many armor parts that I really much wanted to do the character because of it. The best part for me in the cosplay competitions is always the performing. Most people seem so stressed about it. I'm just like, hey, I want to go on the stage. Just please let me in. Give me my 2 minutes of fame. I like action sequences a lot, which has a lot of weapon smashing with full force against each other, blood, scar all over actors' faces. I want to include that kind of things also to my performance in the finals. Hope you're up for the ride.
Welcome, warrior, to the stage of history.
Who goes there?
I think you already know. I am the legendary spirit sword you have been looking for. Soul Calibur. Now, tell me your name.
My name is Kilik, and I have come far away to gain your approval to wield you in combat.
I see. But first you must be tested. Prove yourself in combat, and I'll consider you to be my wielder. Do you understand?
I am ready to be tested.
Choose your weapon from the pedestal and get ready. Now, begin!
Let's do this!
Impressive, but how you'll manage against a real opponent?
Come on, let's go! You're pretty strong, but not enough to defeat me.
Excellent! You have proven yourself as a great warrior. Now take me and show me what the future holds for you, with me by your side.
I won't let you down. Listen to the beat of my soul!
Our last Norwegian contestant also competed in 2015 together with Kanuto. Teddy was actually convinced by his girlfriend to make this costume, and the character grew on him throughout the process.
My name is Teddy from Team Norway. I'm also known as the Fuzzy Teddy. This year I will be cosplaying the half-orc warlock Ford from the podcast Critical Role Season 2. Ford is the group's warlock. He's an orphan, he used to be a sailor, now he works with the Mighty Nine as their team's brains and charisma. He's a pretty cool dude with a Texan accent. Almost everything you see on the costume that seems like leather is real leather. The only exception is the boots. The other thing I'm really proud of is my hex blade. It is described in the podcast that it's covered in barnacles. So me and my family went out in the ocean, we dove down and found a lot of rocks with really cool barnacles on them. And I tried to remove them, which didn't work because barnacles are fragile. So instead I used them as a reference to mold and cast them in resin. My performance this year has been the most difficult performance I've ever made. I don't want to go into too much detail of which scene, but includes a little bit of dreaming, a little bit of consummation. I hope that all the critters, if there are any, will recognize it.
This place again. Well, I'm here. What do you want from me?
Consume. Grow. Reward. Consume.
Consume, huh? Consume, grow, reward. Okay, let's see.
Our first Swedish contestant and winner of the Swedish Cosplay Championship says that there's always something new to learn and try when it comes to cosplay. Tokah says that the craftsmanship aspect of a cosplay is what makes her choose her projects.
My name is Malin Ivarsson, or Tokah, and I will represent Sweden. I will cosplay Mariachi Reaper from the video game Overwatch. So Reaper is this deadly terrorist, but in this skin I saw this other dimension to him, that he could be this posh, stylish version of Reaper, so I tried to emphasize that in this cosplay. The thing I'm most proud of is the mask itself, because I had to make a face cast so I could sculpt it in real clay. I've seen people who have 3D printed it before, but to me it looked bulky and out of proportion, so I wanted this snug fit. So that's why I sculpted it in clay and cold cast it with resin, and I think it turned out great. One of the fun traits about Reaper is that he has these big shotguns, and when he runs out of ammo, he simply throws them away and pulls a new pair from inside his coat. So I wanted to try to bring that into the performance. Before he was Reaper, his name was Gabriel Reyes, and he was an agent of the global peacekeeping organization called Overwatch. As time went on, he turned against Overwatch, and he is on the hunt to kill his former friends, the agents of Overwatch. And this time, Mercy needs to watch out.
Interesting. Never seen these symptoms before.
Warning. Security breach.
Ah, verdammt. Scheiße. I know that tune.
Emergency. Power. Online.
Agent Reyes? Is that really you? I know that guitar.
Hello, mercy.
What happened to you?
Did you know there are alternative ways to cheat death?
Not without severe pain and side effects. Who did this to you?
You know who. Your rival, Dr. Moira.
But her research is dangerous. You could have died.
What do you care? You denied me what you could have given me. You refused me eternal life.
Gabriel, please.
Gabriel. I'm not Gabriel anymore. Doc, that's no gun. This is a gun.
Wait! I can ease your pain. With a micro-dimensional data swarm, we can recalibrate your cellular DNA to...
No mercy. Ha. For mercy.
From Denmark, we have Mella Mushroom, a graphic designer who seems to have a love for cosplaying strong women, and the character she has chosen to portray tonight is no exception.
My name is Melanie, and I'm representing Team Denmark, and I will be cosplaying as Velvet Crow from the game Tales of Berseria. I chose this character because of her whole background story, but also because of the design. I've always been drawn to these badass, kind and strong women. So I thought yeah, that's gonna be the one I will represent as. The costume itself is she herself is this really badass, kicking ass character, but you can also see it on her clothes as well. It's torn apart, it's ripped, it's black, it's just really like her. She's just I'm coming here, I don't care what I want, I don't care if this is torn apart, I'm just gonna kick some ass. In the performance, I really want to show you how badass she is, also how revengeful she is, because of her little brother was sacrificed, but also to understand that, which I'm almost spoiled there, we will get to see a small part of her childhood, and then we will jump to the prison, how she is now, and how she's fighting, and how she's just I want revenge. So I think that's the thing I can say right now.
You hide here, Velvet. I'm going back to help Celica.
I'm so scared. Arthur, please.
You'll be just fine with these. Celica enchanted them herself. They'll give you the courage you need to survive.
They will.
Sure they will. Now have I ever lied to you?
But you're the one who murdered. You're the one who killed Laufeyset. In the end, no matter how much he cared for me, my only brother, his life torn away from him. Oh, it must have hurt.
You betrayed me!
On that day, the world began to change. Men and beasts possessed by evil spirits, hunting and killing anyone they could. But even in the depths of despair, only two things matter to me. The taste of blood-soaked flesh and revenge upon one man.
Our second Finnish contestant of the year is Lisa, winner of the Finnish Cosplay Championship. She hopes that with this performance, she can give her character the attention she thinks they deserve.
Hello, I'm Lisa Poutiainen, representing Team Finland, and I'll be cosplaying as Kairi from the game Kingdom Hearts 2. In Kingdom Hearts, there's 3 main characters. There's Sora, Riku, and Kairi, but I don't think they give enough credit for Kairi. So I was thinking I could make Kairi the main character in my show. In Kingdom Hearts character designs, there's 3 oversized objects on the characters, and they are keys, shoes, and zippers. And for my dress, I actually ordered 10 zippers. A fun thing about the belts and the back is actually that the leather on it is recycled from an old couch. My mother was throwing away a couch that was broken down, and I was like, no, please let me salvage the parts from it. And actually the leather from it was perfect for this cosplay. My keyblade is made from 2 PVC pipes, one larger one and one smaller one as the handle. And it's carved out from insulation foam, and then it's all sanded, primed and painted. My performance starts with a very familiar Kingdom Hearts setting. At first, Kairi doesn't remember her friends, but eventually she will find her keyblade, but I will have my own twist in the story.
Hey, what is this place? Do you remember those boys who used to hang out with us? We played together on that island. His voice always used to be there, and now it's gone. I can't think of his face or his name. I feel awful about it. Riku. Riku, you're really here? And the other boy?
You don't remember my name? Thanks a lot, Kairi.
Huh?
I guess I can give you a hint. Starts with an S.
Starts with an S, right? Sora? Sora, it's really you!
What just happened?
You and Riku never came home, so I came looking for you.
Kairi, I'm sorry. Heartless!
Sora, Riku! You leave Sora alone!
A keyblade?
This time, I'll fight.
Kairi!
Huh? This is real.
You are different, Kairi, but I'm just glad you're here.
Here, you'll understand. Starting a new journey may not be so hard. Or maybe it's already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny.
Light. The door to light.
Hey, let's go home.
We'll go together. Yeah.
Winner of the Nordic Cosplay Championship 2013, Shinji is our second Danish contestant. It was through the craftsmanship aspect of cosplay that she found her passion for sewing and started her journey towards a degree in tailoring.
My name is Shinji and I'm representing Team Denmark, and I'm going to be cosplaying Cinderella from the Cinderella live-action movie. I've chosen this character because of the incredible positivity she has in her, and it was very inspiring to me. When I chose her, I was going through a hard depression, and her incredible strength to find happiness even in the hardest situations really resonated with me. I made 3 costumes for this performance. One will just be in the video on the screen, and the 2 others will be on stage. My main costume is Cinderella's wedding dress from the very end of the movie. It's hand-painted. It took about 150 hours to hand-paint, a very new technique to me. And it's covered with about 2,000 Swarovski crystals, and there's little handcrafted butterflies on it. And try to recreate this glass shoe that Swarovski told was not possible to make in real life for someone to wear. Well, I'm going to make it anyway, because obviously I can't just CGI a shoe on. I've chosen to work with a very inspiring scene where Cinderella is locked up by her stepmom, and in this horrible situation where her entire future is taken away, she still finds happiness in knowing that she protected the prince from her stepmom. It's been my life for a year almost, this project, and I'm very excited to finally see it all together, and hopefully it all works.
Are you looking for this?
There must be quite a story to go with it. Won't you tell me? No? Well, that is a mistake.
No! Why? Why?
I've always dreamed that my life could be like a fairy tale, a perfect fantasy. Was it nothing more than a dream? Then one magic night, with a single dance, I found more than just a storybook romance. And for once my life was perfect as we glided across the floor, and it was so much more than a dream.
Our last Danish contestant is Dia. She says she's dreamed of being in this competition since she first saw it live 4 years ago, and is looking forward to showing us what she says might be her best performance yet.
My name is Dia, also known as Reef Cosplay, and I represent Team Denmark, and I will be cosplaying Chat Noir from Grand Blue Fantasy. So the character is this really cocky kind of male character, which is the character I tend to fall for, because they're so confident and they walk with pride and they think of themselves as those really great people, which they're probably not. They're kind of douchebags most of the time. He is a phantom thief, and according to himself, he is the greatest phantom thief in the century. So he's really proud of himself and really think he can do anything. So the two things I'm most proud of in this costume is the cape and the staff. The cape because it has this really big embroidery, which took me about 200 hours to make. The scarf I'm really proud of. I made it out of resin, so it was see-through, and I put an LED light inside so it could light up with some blue magic, because it's a magical staff. The character is the greatest phantom thief on the planet, so of course we're going to see him steal something from a museum. And maybe he gets a little trouble in this, maybe there's a guardian, maybe he catches him, maybe he doesn't, but we're gonna have to see the performance to figure out.
All good here. here! Look everywhere! Don't let him escape! I'll look in here. You check the next room. It doesn't seem like anyone has been here. The Royal Diamond is still here. Hey!
Next up, we have Visual Aya from Lithuania, our second observer nation. She has a love for Japanese-themed costumes and says that cosplaying has really helped her in getting over her fears and her shyness.
I'm Dalia, better known as Visual Aya. I'm going to represent Lithuania with a costume of Abe Nosemi from the game on Myoji. The game has so many cool, great designs. Like the first time I just turned the game on and I saw about like 4 or 5 shikigamis. Like the spirits are called shikigamis. I saw 4 or 5 of them and I was like, okay, I'm going to do that and that one and that one and that one, and then I just played the game. There were like more than 30 or more than 40, and Jesus Christ, like my cosplay list is now 90% of on Myoji characters. There are 2 parts of the costume I like the most. So first part are the sleeves, which contains feathers, and feathers really needed special attention because I had to attach ribbon on like half of them, and the other half I had to paint the lines. And the second part are the pants, because I needed to hand paint the pattern myself, and it took me 2 days. It was horrible work, but I'm really proud of it. I had a few plans on the performance, but all of them failed as my partners changed, and I just thought about some too late. I will go to dance with a fan and it will be cool.
Last Swedish contestant, Tenkou, is looking forward to showing us her performance and goofing up with the other contestants backstage. She says that cosplay wouldn't be anything without the community behind it.
My name is Märta. I'm also known as Tenkou Cosplay, and this year I am representing Sweden. I'm gonna cosplay as Harley Quinn from the video game Injustice 2. Harley Quinn is a pretty well-known character, but I chose her because I can really see myself within this character. She is kind of crazy and you don't really know what to expect. She's both very happy, crazy, and she can also be very angry. In the game Injustice 2, she has actually lost her lover, who is the Joker, or Mr. J, and she doesn't really know how to handle that loss. So I actually made this costume for the Swedish Cosplay Championship, or Cosplay SM, and then I've upgraded it for the NCC with 200 more hours of work. By that I've also upgraded both of my pistols, and I've actually airbrushed all of my red fabric, since it's very difficult to find a specific hue of wine red in pleather. When you see me on stage, I am in Harley Quinn's bedroom. She's trying to handle the loss of Mr. J, and she doesn't really want to accept that he's actually gone. She thinks that he's gonna come back for her and they're gonna keep on living their life. But how she handles that, you will find out soon.
Mr. J, you came back! Mr. J?
A research and data analyst from Iceland, is our final contestant of the evening. What inspires her to continue with cosplay are all of the new cool characters and costumes that she sees in media.
My name is Tora, and I am representing Team Iceland. The character I am bringing today is the resin vampire lord from Warhammer Fantasy Tabletop, and I am portraying her as Carlotta von Karstein from the play Peripetia. Carlotta von Karstein is a younger von Karstein vampire noble. She has a deep love for her country, for her husband, and for her cat. And these are all things that I also love, so I really feel strongly about this character. The part of the costume that I am the most proud of is the skirt. She has a very specific silhouette, and since the front of the skirt is open, getting a nice poofy bell can be a little bit difficult. So I ended up making a double tier petticoat that only hangs in the back, and it gave it just that perfect shape. I love walking around in it, having it flow and billow behind me, and all of the dress, other than the skirt, is completely covered by armor, and it is the most tragic thing because I worked so hard. My poor bodice. So my skit is a retake on the very first scene in Peripetia where we meet Carlotta. In the original play, it's a duologue between her and the hero, and in mine, it's a monologue of her talking about having met the hero, what she and the hero talked about and the repercussions of that conversation, which are unfortunately quite tragic for her.
Heroes. More and more of them every year. They're worse than Skaven. And they all say the same thing. Hold, ye demon, and do battle, for I'm here to avenge my ravaged backwater town that is not even in wonderful Sylvania. Can't even tell a vampire from a demon, as if I would ever leave wonderful Sylvania to ravage some pestilent backwater. Although, this one did break the script and say something interesting. Do what ye will with me, witch, for I have already avenged my fallen brethren. I have taken from you that which is most precious. I'm not a witch. Oh, don't worry. I didn't hurt him any. I have a firm policy against harming the mentally unsound. I deposited him on the trash heap, no worse for when I found him. I suppose I shouldn't snoot my nose at a free breakfast, but the delusional ones always give me indigestion. Though I'll wager he slaughtered my entire staff on the way in, so we'll have to fend for ourselves for breakfast. Come, Reginald. Reginald? Oh, poor kitten. Were the evening's activities too tiring? Reginald? You silly kitten, I'm not gonna bribe you with more tuna just because you're feeling lazy. You'll miss breakfast. Reginald? Wake up. Wait, oh my god, no! No, Reginald! Is this what you do, hero? Is this your goal? Not to kill me, but to kill you monster! So you wanted a monster hero? You have one! You made one! Reginald!
That was an amazing show.
Can you believe it? Wow. Now our judges are going to deliberate on everything they have seen here tonight, as well as the pre-judging that they have done earlier on. And I know we say this every year, but I really don't envy them. It's a really tough job.
I love how you began out when we were planning all this. You didn't want to say that, and now here you are.
But now I'm here. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, wow.
So yeah, we are at a loss for words, but I'm sure many of you are not. And we would like to direct all your praise to social media using the hashtag NCC18. So all of you can go and tell our contestants what an amazing job they did.
And what's more, the voting for the Audience Choice Award should be open now, or at least any second now. So don't forget to get on the NärCon app, go to the schedule menu, click the NCC time slot, and go to poll, where you can choose your favorites. And I'm already seeing some lovely people getting their phones out. Fantastic. Great.
And do remember, you can vote for Latvia and Lithuania as well.
Yes, and you will have until the end of the Intermission Act to vote. And the Intermission Act is going to be roughly 10 minutes, so I would get on it if I were you.
If you have decided already, it might take some time.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
I have no idea who my favorite is out of the lineup this year.
No, and it's been such a varied lineup. It's very,
Yeah, I mean, we have mobile games, video games, live-action movies, podcasts, if there are any creators left out there.
Yeah,
there are a few. Okay. What else did we have?
We've had some musicals.
We had musicals.
And other tabletop games. Quite amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've had so many different themes in the acts tonight. We've had drama and heartbreak. We've had overcoming your fears and revenge and victory. I don't know what.
And dance.
And dance. Yes. I don't know. What is your favorite theme? I don't know.
Well, first of all, I like anything pretty to look at because I am like that. But I think I prefer like funny things.
Funny things, funny things.
And dancing.
And the dancing, yeah, the dancing was quite lovely. I actually heard that they had a completely different skit planned out, but then her assistant couldn't make it, and I think that's one way to bounce right back.
if that's how she bounces back, I
don't want to see her at full power. Terrifying. Okay, but tonight we also have one more kind of hero here tonight, not just the contestants. And I would love for all of you who are not busy with voting, I see so many phones, but all of you who are here to give some love to our stage hands, the ones who have been carrying the props on stage. Wow! What heroes! They've been carrying walls and stairs and tables.
I actually have a fun fact for you guys. You can't see it, but right here we have one of the props stored. Usually they will all be stored in tents behind here, but this one is so big that they actually had to build an extra platform onto the scene to make sure that the prop could actually make its way where it was supposed to be. Yeah. So if that's not creativity and what cosplay is about, I don't know.
And you can feel it's quite windy tonight. It's been very windy. So earlier during the rehearsals, we actually had 4 stagehands standing there with a wall for the Cinderella performance, just holding it for dear life so it wouldn't flop over.
They have actually been standing there for the entire night. So while we were talking, while you were watching the show, there was actually a guy standing right here just holding the prop and praying. That there was some kind of gusto with it. Yeah, hands up for that guy.
Wow, you absolute hero. Please get some water wherever you are.
Yeah, lots of water.
And also, props to the big props. There are only a few contestants who are actually from Sweden. And I don't think there's a single one who actually lives here in Linköping. So they have been bringing all of these things, these walls and these stairs and the rocks and the boulders here from different countries. And many of them have actually been building them backstage during the event.
It's been a pure construction site of like hot glue tapes and the spruce backstage.
Power tools. Yeah, quite bad. I actually got to see the site of Cinderella in half of her dress, standing drilling her wall with a power tool. It was quite impressive.
There's nothing like cosplay.
No. Is there anything they can't do?
I don't know. Travel light.
Yeah. Oh yes.
I'm a cosplayer myself, so I'm allowed to say.
Yeah. Can I say who else in the audience has more than 5 pairs of shoes with them? Can you raise your hands? More than 5 pairs of shoes?
Come on!
Not that many, actually. Oh, that you? Okay. Who has more than 3? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
More reasonable, I guess.
Been there. Is there? Am there?
You are there.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm actually having a little bird whispering in my ear that we are quite ready to hear our results.
But first...
Yes. There's something that's going to happen first, because we need to give all of you time to vote for your favorite in the crowd award.
Yes, so we would like to welcome up the intermission act. And you want to stay tuned for this one. It is some amazing acting we're going to see on this stage.
Yeah, it's going to really suck you in. And remember to vote for your favorite. Don't sleep on it. Now give it up for our intermission act.
Good evening, humans. How delightful it is to see you all here. I must say that I usually prefer the more intimate settings, where I can truly feast upon your sadness and misery. I remember times past, the dark ages, the depression, the plague. There was so much to feast on back then. Humans need to be put in your place. You are all so spoiled nowadays. You probably already know this, but nightmares, phobias, anxiety, fear, that is my exquisite habit. I am the chill down your spine, the shadow in the corner of your eye, the sudden feeling of falling, twitching as you drift into sleep, the instinct that something is terribly wrong. But you just don't know what. I make your dear ones die, and your teeth fall out. You cry and wonder what you're about. No matter how many you hold, there you walk this world alone in the fair. Nightmares and frights that leave you soaked in sweat, like the Grinch that will ruin your Christmas. No one escapes me, no you just can't shake me. I'm always there. Someone's looking at you, staring, you feel their gaze. A hand on your shoulder, but as you turn around, there is no one there. You're home alone and you hear a sound. What a wonderful sensation it is to see the doubt in your eyes. So can well feel the anxiety. I'm proud to say that it's my specialty. No matter how many that you hold dear, you walk this world alone in the fear. Nightmares of rice that leave you soaked in sweat, like the Grinch that will ruin your Christmas. Your cute little pet stares at something in fear. Yes, you know I'm there. Allow me to demonstrate. There is this young human that has so many insecurities. Every time they want to speak up, tell a crush about their feelings, or else they wanted to feel good about themselves, I have one. I've just had a blast with this one. Come, come, let me show you.
I feel the energy flow, the inspiration. I can see it clear as a day. Something takes over me. Turn around, try to see what it is.
It's me.
No matter how hard I try,
exactly.
I never build up the courage.
So damn it.
It's all too familiar, feeling I feel the self-doubt is real.
It's all too familiar, feeling I feel the power. It's real.
I really want to be accepted into an art school, but what if I'm not good enough? What if I choke during the interview? I haven't thought this through at all. Or have I thought it through too much? It's going to be fine. I've got talent, and they'll see that.
Never amounted to anything. You suck, and you know it. Who would ever care about your doodles? They wouldn't even give a rat's ass about it. You worthless piece of human garbage.
Okay, no, I'm garbage. Everything I do is shit. I have a test and a presentation today too. I'll probably flunk art school like I failed math. Why is it always like this?
No one escapes me. Oh, they just can't shake me. I'm always there. Poor thing. See, wasn't that fun? I'll show you another little trick up my sleeve. Let's disturb that beauty sleep, shall we? Yes, I know. Most people don't know how to act when they meet me. My name is Jose. My name is Eric. My name is Michael. Janina, Ella, Victor, Emma, Mohammed, Sarah, Joseph.
But how?
Don't you recognize me? We've always had so much fun together. We're practically best friends.
You remind me now, little human. Here, I have total control. The most horrible thoughts become real. Feel a grip on your soul.
I want to show my heart to the world, but my head yells, stop it. Go out with my friends, have fun, but I just drop it. See the sights of the world, get inspired and learn, but I can't. We are nothing alike, and I'll prove it. I would never make somebody feel like that. This is all just a dream, no matter how real it may seem.
You're so oblivious, aren't you? Don't you understand? I am you and I'm me, so just accept it. We're connected by sadness and pride. Every thought that you had that is hurtful or bad, it's made me.
Of course. I never want to make anyone feel as bad as you make me feel. I never say the hurtful things you do to anyone else, ever. But you're right. You are me. Because I say those hurtful things to myself. I am the one treating myself like this. But I don't have to listen to you. I know you'll always be there, but I'll ignore you. My life is mine to decide. Cause if I never go for the job, I'll never learn how to fly. So goodbye.
Oh, you think you're so smart, walking away like that? No one escapes. No one. You come back. Come back.
So, did you enjoy the intermission? Good to hear. So now it also marks the end of the voting period for the Audience Choice Award. And I can see the judges have returned, and that can only mean one thing. They're done tallying the scores. So any minute we're going to know who is going to place first, second, and third in the Nordic Cosplay Championship. But first, I mean, you've seen them, but I don't think that we can see really too much of them. So I would like to ask our competitors to once again take the stage.
So please, first of all, welcome Laila.
Next up, we have Therese.
After her comes Henrik.
Alex.
And next is Johnny. Welcome to the stage.
Let's get Teddy out here.
Please give it up for Tokah.
Melon Mushroom.
Lisa.
Shinji.
Dia.
Visualaya.
Tenkou.
And Torah.
Wow.
What an amazing lineup. Give them one more big round of applause, everyone.
And now, first things first, we are going to start with the Audience Choice Award, the one that I was seeing all of you voting for out there. So please welcome our lovely Hulda up to the stage to give the prize away. There she is. Welcome. So, our second runner-up Audience Choice Award is... Can we get a drum roll? Henrik! Yay! So our first runner-up of the Audience Choice Award is... Can we get another one of these? It is... Tenkou! The first, the top spot of the Audience Choice Award will go to... Tokah! Congratulations!
They really like you!
Thank you so much. Please return to your friends. Thank you.
So, now we're ready to go through third, second, and first place in the Nordic Cosplay Championship of 2018. Though it is customary for last year's champion to be here to hand out the prizes, this year we're going to have to do things a little bit differently. Because our, for now, still reigning champion, Tin Yasuo, who won with an amazing performance as Alice last in NärCon Sommar, he is right now in Nagoya to compete in the World Cosplay Summit as a part of Team Denmark. So summers are busy for competitions. So in his place, I would like to ask Hannah and Arjan to come back up on stage to hand out the awards. So, our third place winner. Can we get another applause? Therese! Yeah, you can take the fish as well. So, Therese, what are you going to remember from this NCC journey? Olivia? No.
Can you repeat the question?
What? I understand. What are you going to remember from this NCC journey?
I don't know if I remember anything because it's been very busy and my mind is a little bit swing.
I understand. When you woke up this morning, did you ever imagine you would stand here right now in this moment?
No. But it's really nice.
Oh, congratulations once again. Go on and pose.
Okay, now we're back to it, and back to the suspense. Now we're on to the second place winner of 2018. Can we get a drum roll? Can we? Oh, we can. Fantastic. So, second place of 2018 will go to Tenkou! Congratulations! Okay, let's hear it. What did you enjoy the most about the Nordic Cosplay Championship?
Being here on stage, probably seeing what I could do with all this time.
Oh, all this time!
All 2 minutes.
Yeah, wow. Wow. Is there someone who's not here that you're going to call when you get off stage and tell about all of this?
I think they will call me, and I will not hear it because my phone is in that building over there.
Well then. Well then. Congratulations. Very well deserved. Give them a pose. Give them a pose.
Give the winner pose. And now, I think we have had a lot of suspense, and I'm going to enjoy creating just a little bit more before we're going to know who is going to be the winner of the Nordic Cosplay Championship of 2018. If you could do a really big drum roll this time around and really keep it going. The Nordic Cosplay Championship 2018 is Tokah! Congratulations, first off. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I don't know.
What has been the best part of the NCC?
Well, this moment, because it's like a revenge. Because I was in the Masters the year that the show rained away, literally. So I feel this is my revenge to finally be on this stage.
Yeah, and then you... Yes. Lovely. Do you have any advice for all the people out there who might one day like to be where you are right now?
It might be hard to take advice sometimes. You might be proud and stuff like that, but take every advice you can get and listen to it.
Wise words. Go on and take your winner pose.
This marks the end of this year's Nordic Cosplay Championship.
Thank you all for watching both here and at home.
And we hope to see you in 2019. Now give us one final amazing round of applause for all the contestants!